I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin weekly close coming soon. This weekly candle, we've seen some upside. However, another close below the 200 simple moving average, not amazing. So the bulls need to show up here. For this to happen, if you look at the Bitcoin 4-hour chart, what's interesting is on the daily, this is more of a bullish ascending triangle, whereas on the 4-hour, more of a bearish rising wedge. And so when you don't have really definitive patterns, obviously makes it tougher to trade. So now what I want you to pay attention to is this. We nailed this entire move after the retest here. And we've had some ridiculous altcoin trading. It doesn't take much green out of Bitcoin to let these Kucoin small caps bang. Sign up for Kucoin. There's a gem VIP link for Kucoin in the description. Trade these coins with us. They pump crazy. So question is, are we going to break to the downside? You got a MACD bearish cross possible. You've got some bearish divergence on the histogram. What's going to happen is stocks are going to open. Futures are going to open soon. There's going to be a lot of volatility over the next 24 hours for Bitcoin. Okay, so very important. Don't lose a bunch of money. If Bitcoin comes down to this level, you're looking for a bounce idea for a re-entry. If Bitcoin breaks above this level, previous high, and retest, you're going long. Here, if it breaks to the downside, you're going short. Right? Short everything, because there'll be some significant downside after that. So it's always an if-then statement. This is not like, let me try to predict every Bitcoin move. It's if this happens, plan A. If this happens, plan B. If this happens, plan C. Got to use Bitcoin just for the signals. I don't even care about trading Bitcoin. I want to trade altcoins. That's where the money's at. So Bitcoin is very correlated to the stock market. We're going to talk about the stock market chart in just a second. So stay tuned to the end of the video so we can get some insight. It's called confluence on what Bitcoin can do. This is the Bitcoin 2-hour chart, and we had this bear trap and significant upside afterwards, but we nailed the bullish entry, bullish retest of this falling wedge. At this point, like, where's the volume at? Like, you've got, seemingly it looks like breakdown, but where's the volume at? So that has me kind of wondering exactly what the pattern is. But then I'm going to default back to the ES1 exclamation point to give some clarity. You don't want to see, so here's your low, your high, your higher low. A lower high, not amazing. You don't want to see a lower high here. You want to see this thing run up here and put in a high higher than the previous high. These ideas, lower highs, higher lows, trend change ideas, are very simple to learn. And it will tell you when a trend is beginning to change. You do not want to see a lower high because it is the beginning of a downtrend, right? So you need a higher high for this. This is a giant uptrend. For this to continue, you need another high above the previous high. I'm ready for some volatility over the next 24 hours. Now listen, be ready. Make sure you got stops in place. Looking for some Bitcoin volatility over the next 24 hours. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person killing it. Started with $1,500, now at $48,000. Kucoin gem pick bangers. This person, GSX R1000, made over $2,000 on the gems. Keep them coming. This person, I started with $1,300 over a month ago. I'm up to $15,000. It takes me 6 months to make that at my job. Life-changing money comes quickly when you start trading the small caps. This is just over the past couple days, like past 2 or 3 days. 23, 34, 76, 30, 33, 53, 71, 15, 56, 90, 23, 43, 55, 65, 85. It's easy to make money when you're in the right coins, period. Gem pick bangers. If you sign up this week, I'm still giving a huge discount, 60% off the regular prices. Remember, you go over to the website, cryptorev.net. pays for itself. It's a no-brainer, cryptorev.net. If you go down into the description of this video, there's a link take you directly to this website. Remember, if you have any questions, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. This is ES1, so S&P 500 E-mini futures. So you have this, you see one touch here, one touch here, one touch here. So you have a valid trend line coming down through here. Okay, so that's going to be resistance. The S&P 500 E-mini futures had a nice bounce, and Bitcoin has seen the same. But you're coming up to an area, this green area, where there's a lot of resistance up here. See this previous price action, previous here as well. A lot of sellers stacked right here, and this trend line. So if this thing doesn't break higher, looking for a move lower, and it will drag Bitcoin to the downside. Is this forming this giant descending triangle, which is technically a bearish pattern? Now, if this thing were to break out, you still have this level to deal with, right? You want major upside out of Bitcoin. The stock market needs to boom. Remember, in 10 days, Fed is going to raise the rates. If they raise it, I think 75 basis points right now is pretty much priced in. But if they raise it more than that, it is not going to be good for this market. It's going to strengthen the dollar. It's going to be bad for Bitcoin. So you have to understand the volatility is coming based on what the Fed does with these rates. Be sure and pay attention to these ideas. I'll update you daily. Subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button for me. Over 80% of the total USD denominated wealth invested in Bitcoin has been held for at least 3 months. This signifies that the majority of Bitcoin coin supply is dormant. These are holders. They're not willing to sell at lower prices. Everybody says, Chris, where's the bottom at? Well, you know what? Bitcoin bottoms when it runs out of sellers. When people stop selling, the bottom is in. And it seems obvious, but yet people are constantly searching for these ideas like, what's the price? You're not going to nail the price. You think you're going to nail the bottom of Bitcoin. 1 in 100, probably even come close to that. So you've got to scale in, but I scale in on the way up. I wait for the uptrends. I want to buy into strength. Don't want to give money to this market. They will take your money. So you can see, according to this chart, we're right here where we retested this previous all-time high. I mean, this, if you lose this level, you're in trouble. There's some downside, right? You need a bounce here. Bitcoin is oversold on the weekly, more than it's ever been. Below the 200, as soon as the 200 simple moving average on the weekly is regained, bots are programmed to buy. And then I'm looking for a move up here to 31,000. So whether that happens, if there's another drive lower to 16,000 and then here, or if it happens now, plan A, plan B, always, you're not trying to predict where Bitcoin's going. You've got entry ideas based on the direction of the move. The Fear and Greed Index has spent 72 days in extreme fear. This is the longest period ever since the index was created. This market is fearful. It's slowly climbing, creeping upwards with Bitcoin's price action. But keep in mind, if stocks roll over, Bitcoin rolls over. So what is the Fed going to do in about 10 days? How's that going to affect the market? Like, this has given us the biggest edge ever in the history of trading Bitcoin, in my opinion, because you're able to use stock data information and statistics in order to trade Bitcoin. And it doesn't get easier than that. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.